WBTW, Adriana Cortero, Alexis King, and meteorologist Hannah Ronner. You're watching Number One, News 13 this morning.
And yesterday we did have to deal with a little bit of rain, but it was extremely light showers. We really didn't have measurable rainfall reported across most of our cities. For regional airports, we did get a total out of Hartsville, 500ths of an inch. And in North Myrtle Beach, 100th of an inch. So it is very light. Columbia saw about a 10th, so that was kind of the highest that we saw, and that's still about 2 hours away from here. So, you know, it wasn't really much of a story, but it wasn't technically a perfectly dry day. If we check in on our rainfall stats for this month, we all are still in the green. So we have a surplus. We're a little bit above average. North Myrtle Beach only has about a 1/4 inch, and we have a week left in the month. And we don't have another chance to rain until we get to Sunday. So technically it is possible that North Myrtle Beach could go back to seeing a deficit, but it won't be quite as extreme as what it was for previous months this year. But Florence and Lumberton are definitely going to have a surplus. They're an inch to nearly an inch and a half above average so far for rain. So we go to our bus stop forecast now for this morning. It's still a little bit cool. You know, it's that time of year. We don't have a lot of humidity to keep temperatures more consistent throughout the day. So you still have a chill in the morning and during the evening, but the afternoons are very warm, requiring short sleeves. By the final bell, 3 p.m. 70 for the beach and about 78 for inland, but we are still going to be heading out into the 50s, so make sure we are dressed appropriately there. We did have a little bit of some cloud cover, but that has honestly moved out. We're going to have a beautiful sunrise here. Still a little bit of a breeze. Yesterday winds were 20 to 30. Now they'll be about 15 to 20. So still a little bit of a noticeable wind, but it's not going to be quite as intense. So with yesterday's cold front, we of course saw the wind, but also back behind it is going to be the lower humidity. So fire weather, fire risk is still going to be elevated for today. Winds will become southerly throughout the day, but notice your gusts start around 8, but then they go to 14 and 19 miles per hour. So it'll be a little bit windier for the second portion of the day, and your dew points are pretty low. They're only in the 30s and 40s. During the summertime, they're in the 70s. We know what that humidity feels like. We're cutting that in half for today. So it will be feeling very nice, but not ideal for fire weather. Adriana?